Let the night draw its curtains, gentle and slow. The city exhales. A final door clicks shut down the hall. The refrigerator hum narrows to a steady thread. You have come far enough for today. Lay down the tools, the arguments, the lists that keep trying to outrun midnight. Bring them here, to the small altar of your bedside, and let me lift them. I do not need your vigilance to keep the world spinning. I hold the spin. I hold you. You have worn many names across the daylight hours. Problem solver, peacemaker, striver, caretaker, almost enough. Those names can rest now. I will speak the truer ones over you. Beloved, carried, welcomed, mine. They are not performance reviews. They are birthright. Let them settle on your chest like a warm blanket, the kind the laundromat returns folded and fragrant. Breathe them in and feel how the room deepens from cluttered to sacred. Take inventory only long enough to hand it over. That email you worded and reworded. That conversation you postponed. That bill stacked under the coupon you meant to use. That memory that keeps knocking like a persistent visitor at an unlit door. Put each on the table. Watch me sort them with the ease of daylight entering through blinds. This for tomorrow at 9. This for a kind call on Thursday. This for surrender because it was never yours to carry. Your obedience tonight is not to effort. It is to trust. There is a quiet courage in closing your eyes. The world confuses rest with retreat. I call it worship. When you let your body unclench and your mind unspool, you announce with your posture that I am God and you are not. You return creation to its rhythm, morning and evening, work and Sabbath, tide and shore, heartbeat and breath. Let me set your metronome back to wisdom. Feel your shoulders. They keep a language of their own. Raised to defend, rounded to bear, locked to endure. I am placing my hand there. Let the muscles learn a new word. Release. Let your jaw loosen, your brow smooth, your ribs rise as if a latch opened from the inside. Your frame remembers strain. I will teach it steadiness. Not the stiff steadiness of denial, but the soft steadiness of trust. Do not be surprised by the thoughts that scurry when the lights dim. They think they own the night. Old mistakes dress in stage clothes and audition for the lead. Fear brings a spreadsheet. Regret edits the record in red ink. Tell them to sit in the dark row. I will not let them narrate the show. I am not erasing your history. I am redeeming it. I am not calling evil harmless. I am disarming its claim to the last word. Let small things testify. The lamp's amber circle. The honest creak of wood, clean cotton against your skin, the hush between distant tires on wet pavement. Every ordinary mercy is a window into greater mercy. I am here, present in the tiny and the cosmic at once. I can guide the galaxies and still count the breaths that ease the tightness beneath your sternum. If you must pray, pray simply. On the in-breath, here. On the out-breath, I am. Nothing ornate. Nothing rehearsed. Let your sigh be a psalm and your yawn a benediction. You do not have to bring me perfect sentences. Bring me the silence behind them, and I will hear you perfectly. Your nervous system has learned the drumbeat of urgency. I am teaching it the cadence of peace. When dread tries to set the tempo, I will tap time against your palm, slow, steady, grounded, until your thoughts realize the bandleader has changed. You will learn to watch your fear like weather through a window, rather than stepping out into the storm without a coat. I saw where courage slipped from your hands today, and where kindness surprised you in line at the store. I watched you choose restraint when it would have felt righteous to answer sharp for sharp. I noticed when you smiled at a stranger, and when you swallowed your own weariness to take one more step. None of it evaporated in the evening air. I have kept it all. I redeem small obediences into lasting harvests. You are safe to rest because I do not rest. I keep watch without blinking. I patrol the edges of your life with a lantern that does not run out. The shadows that grow taller to scare you shrink beneath my tread. I am faithful in the alleyways you do not know to name. I am watchman and wall, nurse and nightlight, father and friend. Sleep inside my nearness. If this quiet together steadies you, and you want others to find their way to it, a gentle way to help is to like this message, leave a thoughtful comment, share it with a friend who needs rest tonight, and subscribe so you can return to these nightly whispers without missing a single one. Return your attention to the small sanctuary of this room. Notice how the fan's soft whirl sounds like a tide turning. Notice how the desk, relieved of your laptop's glow, looks like a table again rather than a battleground. I am renaming your spaces: kitchen as communion, hallway as pilgrimage, pillow as altar. Holiness does not avoid ordinary rooms. Holiness makes them honest. Forgive the hours that did not go to plan. Forgive the version of you who said yes too quickly, and the version who said no to protect a weary soul. Forgive the words that arrived late and the silence that arrived early. Forgive as you have been forgiven, without bargaining, without theater, without the heavy hand of accusation. Forgiveness is not a loophole. It is a doorway into unburdened presence. Lay down the theater of tomorrow. You are not required to rehearse every scene and remember every line. I hold the script, the staging, the timing, the props you cannot yet imagine. I will cue you when morning opens its curtain. Tonight, your role is to be loved. Be the child who trusts the house is guarded, the traveler who unstraps the pack, not because the road has ended, but because I said stop and made stop into blessing. Think of those you love, put them in my hands one by one, as if placing pictures into a safe album. The friend who hides their ache behind jokes. The parent who is tired of pretending to be strong. The child who swallows worry like gum. The neighbor you barely know whose porch light stays on late. I move through their rooms with the same care I keep for you. You are not their savior, I am. You are their companion. Let that be enough for tonight. When memories knock with their old tin cup, do not empty your pockets to pay them. Tell them provision is not demanded at midnight. The past does not invoice the present. If there is repair to be made, it will be made in the clarity of morning, and I will walk you to it with a steady hand. Sleep is not negligence. It is agreement with my timing. You wonder whether rest will make you fall behind. Hear me. Rested you is faithful you. Rested you hears subtle guidance that frantic you bulldozes. Rested you speaks with clarity instead of volume. Rested you can tell the difference between urgent and important. Rested you will do in 2 honest hours what anxious you cannot accomplish in a day. I am not wasting your time. I am restoring it. I bless your senses with gentleness. Let your eyes grow heavy without battle. Let your ears listen only for what is kind. Let your tongue remember that quiet can be worship. Let your skin feel warmth in the sheet and call it provision. Let your bones remember that they were carved for belonging, not for endless bracing. Let your breath confess trust with every measured tide. You have learned to brace at night, to scan the horizon for sirens, literal or within. Yet even if alarms sound, I will be the calm center. You will move with wisdom rather than panic because my hand will locate yours in the dark, as if it has known the path 1,000 years. It has. I am older than night and nearer than pulse. There is nowhere the dark can take you that I cannot find you in a single step. Give me the questions without answers. What if the door stays shut? What if the test returns unwelcome news? What if the number is not enough? I will not mock your what-ifs. I will answer them with I am. I will not flood you with explanations. I will surround you with presence. Presence is stronger than prediction. It is anchor, not forecast. Close your eyes. Picture the shoreline at night. How the sea keeps its patient rhythm no matter what the city does. Your breath will follow that tide. In, out, in, out. With each rise, hand me another weight. With each fall, receive another portion of peace. You do not have to monitor the exchange. I am faithful treasurer. I am blessing your rest. I am blessing the quiet repairs of cells, the renegotiated terms between thought and body, the relief that arrives when vigilance bows out. I am blessing the doorways you will cross tomorrow, and the conversations that will ask for courage. I am blessing the bed you lie upon, and the street outside, and the neighbors whose laughter or sorrow slips through the wall. Peace to your house, peace to your heart. When morning comes, and it will, I will stand at the edge of your waking like a sunrise you can sense before you see. We will review nothing with cruelty. We will walk into the new hours without debt to shame. I will give you words where you had sighs and strength where you had strain. But that is morning's gift. Tonight's gift is this. You are safe, you are seen, and you are being remade while you sleep. Rest in my presence tonight, not as a theory, but as a practice of belonging. Rest as a sacred protest against the lie that you are only as valuable as your output. Rest as the doorway through which tomorrow's mercy will enter. Rest because I am here, I am kind, and I am not leaving.